Hi, Rhema. It's week 39, day 5 of our Bible narrative reading plan. Today we pick up in Matthew chapter 9, starting in verse 18. Now think back with some of the things that we've seen so far in our journey through the Gospels. We're not going through any one particular Gospel, but we're getting the big shape, the big story of the Bible. And right now we're specifically during the life and times of Jesus' ministry. So we've seen this question, who is Jesus? And we've gotten different answers from different people, but we've seen Jesus demonstrating his power. Now you think back, we've seen him demonstrate power over creation, over natural disaster. As Jesus calmed the stormy sea, he spoke, and the wind and the seas obeyed. We've seen that Jesus has power not just over disaster, but over disease. Jesus has been able to heal people who have leprosy and other various diseases. We saw that Jesus has power over demons. He has healed that demon-possessed man, and they have obeyed. Every time a demon shows up, they know who Jesus is, but Jesus has all authority, all power over them. So we've seen that Jesus has power over disaster and over demons. But here in these short stories, these vignettes, these short little clips of Jesus' healings, we're reminded that Jesus also has power over disease and even death. And so we pick up in Matthew 9, verse 18. Jesus is teaching, and now a man that we learn from the other Gospels, his name is Jairus, he sends for Jesus. He says, "My daughter has just died, but if you will come, I know that you can lay your hands on her and she will live." So Jesus begins this journey, and you can imagine that Jairus is wanting Jesus to hurry as fast as he can. But along the way, Jesus comes into contact with a woman that says she's suffered from a discharge of blood for 12 years. Can you imagine how despondent she is, how upset she is? For 12 years, she has struggled with this disease. The doctors have not been able to give her answers, but she has faith that if she just gets to Jesus, if she just touches the hem of his garment, she will be healed. And so Jesus turns, he sees her, and he says, "Take heart, daughter, your faith has made you well." Instantly, the woman is made well. And Jesus goes along his way. He's now back to the original plan, to go to Jairus' house and to heal this little girl. And Jesus, he sees the traditional mourning. He sees the people with the flutes and all the commotion because they're mourning the death of this girl. But Jesus says, "Go away, for the girl is not dead, but she is sleeping." And they laugh at him. They don't believe him. But when the crowd has been put aside, Jesus goes in, he takes her by the hand, and she gets up. She's alive. And the report of this goes all throughout the district. Jesus has power over disaster, demons, disease, and death. We go on, we see that Jesus heals two blind men by their faith. They have been made well. Jesus heals a man who's unable to speak. Jesus has all authority. What a wonderful Savior we serve. But then as the passage closes, we're reminded that the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Therefore, pray earnestly to the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers into the harvest. Are you laboring for the Lord who has saved you? You may not have had the physical diseases that these people had. You may not have had all of the different problems that they had, but God has saved you. Christ has saved you, and he's made you whole spiritually. And no matter what physical ailments you have in this life, you will one day be made whole eternally. What a wonderful Savior we serve. Ought we not to serve him? Here's a summary of today's reading. For more information, go to tunemyheart.org.